Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Mulligan and I am 14 years old. I like playing volleyball, I like acting, and I like swimming. And that's just like a little bit about myself. So I created this channel to raise awareness for POTS, and I have POTS. And that's basically why I created this channel. I recently watched 5 Feet Apart, and she had a YouTube channel for her disease, and so I've always wanted to share my story, and I thought this was a great way in doing it. So obviously, yes, I have POTS, and POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and it affects your autonomic nervous system with your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, and then POTS kind of influences all of that. So my POTS makes you like very dizzy, lightheaded, fatigue. Occasionally I'll get bad stomach cramps because of POTS. And so it's very hard to cope with. So my hospital story, sorry, I'm just looking off of my paper right here. So my hospital story, I was diagnosed with POTS when I was in 5th grade, and I was diagnosed with POTS when I was in 5th grade, and I kind of got set off by it. Like I don't know if I've always had POTS, but it was just something that set it off. And for me, what set it off was at a basketball game. I got my eye scratched, and my eye scratch kind of went away, but then I got a fever from it, and I don't know, it just kind of was like a spiral. And then I went to the ER, and they just gave me medicine. I came home. I went back to the ER because the medicine did not work, and so they admitted me into the hospital, and my hospital is like 10 minutes away. So I'm really thankful for that. And they were just giving me lots of medicine, trying to do lots of tests because they didn't know what was going on. I had a fever. I had a bad migraine. They were just doing lots of CT scans. And so I started throwing up because my 5th grade body couldn't handle all of the medicine. And so they still had no idea what was going on. So, and they were still doing lots of tests, lots of medicine, and the medicine wasn't working. And so my mom had me transferred to another hospital, which was around an hour and a half from my house. And that hospital, I'm not going to name the hospital, but that hospital actually helped me a lot, and they diagnosed me with POTS through a tilt table test, and that is when I'm laying down, and then like they bring the table up really fast, and then they measure my heart rate, and my heart rate almost doubled. I think it did double it, my heart rate. So, and then that diagnosed me with POTS, and when my heart rate is increased, it makes me really dizzy and fatigued. So here are some of the drugs I was on, and I'm in 8th grade now, and then this was all when I was in 5th grade. So I have gotten a lot better throughout the years. So I just feel like I grew a lot throughout the years. So the drugs that I was on Toradol, and that did not work. Zofran, it did not work. Norco did not work. Maxalt didn't work. Meclizine didn't work. Decadron did not. Decadron helped at a very high dose. So Imitrex didn't work. Compazine didn't work. Depakote helped a little bit. Prednisolone helped. Tylenol with codeine did not work. Propanol helped a lot. Fludrocortisone helped a lot. And then nasal Imitrex really helped on my bad days. So right now, I took all of those medicines when I was at 5th grade, and so that was over 3 years ago. And now I am only taking propanol and fludrocortisone on a daily basis. and I'm trying to slowly get off of those medicines. By the time I'm in high school, so I don't have to go to the school nurse, you know. So how I cope with POTS every day. I cope with POTS. So there are really 5 things that you need to do to cope with POTS. One of those is exercising, working out. You need to eat healthy, and you need to have an increased salt intake, and you need to drink lots of water, and you need to have a good sleep schedule. And all of those things kind of go together to balance yourself. I mean, if I skip, say, 2 days of eating healthy, or I go to a sleepover for a night and, you know, I don't eat really healthy, I eat junk food, I don't sleep as much as I usually do, I maybe don't work out the next day or the day before that, and so that would maybe make me feel off, and I would feel really dizzy, I'd have headaches. And when you have a POTS that, when you have like a bad day, the most important thing to do is to get up and sit up. I mean, for me, I really need to just sit up. I mean, when I'll have occasionally a bad day, but I need to just sit up. I mean, there's 2 kind of bad days I'll have. One is more severe than the other, but if I can go to school, I at least try to get to school so I can get up, walk around. But if it's really severe, I'll stay home, but I have to like sit up and watch TV. And even though you feel like laying down and sleeping, in the moment it might feel better, but in the long run it will not help, and it will just make it worse and spiral out of control. So when I do have POTS really severely, I have to sit up and watch TV, and then every hour and a half or so I'll walk around the block, and my mom forces me. I hate her in the moment, but it does make me feel a lot better. And so that's how you really have to cope with POTS every day. You have to make sure you get up and, you know, walk around. So I just want to say you have to be very strong with POTS. I know it will be awful. It will be awful. You want to just lay down and rest all the time, but you really need to get up. You need to follow like a strict schedule, and you need to have really balanced. And what I have here is my calendar. Here, I'll show it to you. And I just write down what I eat and how I work out, and this just helps me track my schedule, so I know I can feel better. And if I feel bad, I'll take a look back. Oh, I didn't work out in 3 days. That's probably why. And so this really helps me, and I really recommend it. And so, yeah. So what I'm going to be doing with this channel is that I really want to help people. Like I said, I want to raise awareness to POTS. And so if you do feel very lethargic, fatigued, lightheaded, I would really recommend going to the doctor to get a tilt table test. I'm not saying that it is POTS, but it could be. And POTS mostly affects women ages 15 through 50. I got POTS earlier when I was 11, but yeah. And so yeah, I will be trying to make a video once a week and just trying to update you on my life and my journey with POTS. So yeah, and if you have POTS, make sure to DM me on Instagram right here, and or leave comment down below. And here I'll insert in some pictures of me when I was sick with POTS. And yeah, thanks for watching.